Like that outfit looks good, but if you put a hat on it,
you're my accessory.
I'm an accessory.
Okay.
A very important accessory.
I don't know if that works, but
I think you accessorize with love.
So what is your biggest challenge when it comes to like how we have to fitness with the whole family?
So my personal challenge with what's the biggest thing that prevents me from fitnessing with the whole family?
No, like fitness for me is kind of like almost like downtime. But now that we do it with everyone, it's not really. It's just part of our day and it's in the schedule. I was thinking, what's your biggest challenge having to like have the whole family around when we're working out? You know, we used to go to a gym and the kids weren't there. We could go to a class. We didn't have to think about what the kids were doing. We could just work out.
Yeah. I mean, I guess it's just like the distractions in there. I think my biggest challenge with it is when I'm midway through a workout, as you know, like I'm not a nice person. Like as soon as I like get into that realm of it's hard, the demons come out.
That's true.
And so if the kids then like act off in those times, unfortunately it seems like you have to wrangle them in because I'm like midway through a burpee being like, which is inappropriate for anyone.
Yeah. I guess it doesn't bother me.
No, not the same way. So I think the biggest challenge for me is just that, I would say, being interrupted midway through a workout with something that is taking me away from where I'm trying to be.
Right.
That would be my biggest challenge.
Okay.
With working out at home with our current situation.
Mm-hmm. Tips on how people can manage that?
Yeah, so I think if you find yourself in the same place as me, it's just more before the workout, setting up the mindset of like, hey, if stuff goes wrong, you just gotta just step out of the workout and make it happen.
Right.
I think pre-planning is probably the best way to do that. If I go into it not knowing that's going to happen, then it happens. That's all hell breaks loose.
When do you think you're going to get like a good 20-minute workout?
Oh, yeah. And then every 3 minutes interrupted, like
someone's crying.
Sleep or something.
Yeah.
What are some pieces of advice you would give to ladies post-pregnancy? So you're 4 months post our newest.
Nearly 4, yeah.
Nearly 4, but you're 3 kids deep. 3 deep, throw it down, hashtag. So what would you, I mean, you've done it 3 times now. What's some advice you would give for...
Like, can you be more specific? Like,
what would you, women who want to get back into the gym?
Fitness.
They want to get back into fitness, they want to get back in the gym.
Well, firstly, I would say listen to your body. Like, everyone is so different, even different within pregnancies. So with Arrow, I worked out like throughout the whole pregnancy a lot. So I think I was back in the gym. I think I did the Open RX at 6 weeks postpartum. But with Forks, this last one, there's no way I wasn't even really working out 6 weeks postpartum.
Right.
So I think you just got to listen to your body. If you feel like you can start doing some stuff, do. If you don't feel like you can, don't. And then secondly, I would say don't feel pressured by your own like guilt. You know, don't feel guilty because you're not working out 6 weeks postpartum. That's not like a magic number that you should start. Like I think people feel like they should be doing something after birth because that's what social media or society deems that you should be doing. I felt like that with Oaks for sure. And even with Arrow, I was like, I can do it. I'm, superwoman. Yeah, I've had a baby before, so I know what to do. But with this last one, I just didn't really care that much and just it wasn't a big deal. And my body just told me that it wasn't ready to work out, so I didn't work out. Is it 2?
No, that's
enough.
That's fun. That's good. I like that. I mean, obviously, I can't answer that question. As much as I'd want to mansplain my way through that, it seems like a minefield.
So yeah, listen to your body, but then also don't get sucked in by what you feel like you need to be doing.
Okay.
Currently, exercise is not a priority for us.
Right.
How do you feel like we go about fitting it into our day without it being a priority?
I think the way that we've done that so far has been scheduling, right? So I think the schedule is the thing that makes it so we continually have been doing it. And committing to just setting a schedule up ahead of time. And for me, anybody out there is like me, you need something more detailed than less detailed.
Like Tuesday we work out, that's not enough.
No,
it needs to be
doesn't.
Like Tuesday at 9 o'clock we work out.
Yes, Tuesday at 9 o'clock, and right before 9 o'clock, from 8 to 9 or 8:50, you are doing this. You have a 10-minute transition, and it goes into your workout.
Yeah.
And then here's your workout. You've got it, and hence the workout.
And then you can be loose within that.
Right.
But as long as it's there, then
Yes.
you'll stick with it.
Yeah, and then I also feel like that gives me permission, because
Yes.
like if I'm doing something that I need to be doing, but it's there, I've given myself permission to take the step away.
Right.
So that's been how I prioritize.
Mm-hmm.
Do you have any regrets with where you're at now? Like, I mean, you were a really high level athlete, like really high level. Like just godly, just
sweet. No.
I always the way I looked at it.
You see me like up here, but I'm really like.
It's not true.
Meh.
That's not true at all. See, the way I always saw it is like you always had higher, and I've told you this before, like a higher potential to compete with the top females than I did to compete with the top males.
Oh, I disagree, but anyway.
I think that's negative self-talk. I think that's negative self-talk. But when you look back, is there anything that you would change, like to where you are now? Is there any like? Would you have spent another year doing competition, or is there anything that you would have liked to accomplish, and do you have any regrets to now where we are with our fitness lives?
I don't have any regrets, but I think there's a small part of me that would have liked to have seen, where I could have gone a little bit more, because things just kind of happened after that first year of individual, and then you and I have spent that year getting to know each other, so training wasn't a priority.
Right.
And we ended up going team that year, and then things just kind of happened from there, where we got pregnant, and then I think I felt like at some point I wasn't going to be good enough as an individual. I felt like I had the hip injury and I'd gotten too far behind everyone, like where the level was at, when I was thinking about like, well, maybe I should try and give it another crack. And I just think I felt like it was going to be too hard to do that. And then we had Oaks, and then I went team, and then after that I realized like this is not what I want to be doing. So yeah, I definitely miss competing. I love to compete. I love to train to compete. I love training to compete, and you love to compete.
Right.
Like I think I enjoy the process more than I do the actual competition. So I don't really miss like having to compete, but I miss being an athlete. I miss being just, my purpose is to train. I really enjoy that.
Do you think we'll ever get back there?
I don't like want it, or
Right.
yeah, I don't, but I do really enjoy it, because that was my whole life, was training.
Right.
So it's just what I know, but yeah, no regrets.
No regrets. Get the tattoo.
When we were training full time, right? The benefits of you see the benefits of training. You get better as an athlete.
Yeah.
Now that we're training, kind of very minimal as we can, and still get the benefits from it. If we go a couple of days without training, or I guess my question is, what benefits do you feel after working out currently now in your life? Like, is there something that you're like, if you don't work out, are you like, oh, I'm so depressed? That's me. I'm speaking for myself.
Right.
I get depressed,
Right.
but I don't know what happens to you when you don't work out?
Yeah, so for me, the weird thing is nothing immediately happens. Like I never feel like, I should have worked. I have no regrets about not working out, and that's kind of what's led me to where I am right now. We spent the last 2 years nearly, like almost no working out for me. You worked out a lot more than I did, and you've had kids in that time, and so it was, for me, I realized at the end of that 2 years, like when I started getting back into being physical and going surfing and wanting to throw the boys around as they grew, and starting forging and hammering on an anvil, like I was atrophied. Like as an adult, I hadn't faced that kind of weakness before ever.
Right.
So now, and so coming back into training, I don't get leaner, and I don't get like huge gains in the gym, but what I get is a sense of physicality that takes me outside the gym.
Yeah.
Like every time I'm out there, like I feel like I'm back to where I was. Like
Right.
I can go for a sprint with the boys, or I can throw them up in the air, and it doesn't hurt.
Yeah.
And it's just the weird. Like if I train a bunch more, I feel better. And that wasn't really aware. I wasn't aware of that because I'd never taken time off training and then tried to come back. And I'd never gotten older. It was the first time getting older, I guess, to where the body just didn't heal the same way, didn't wake up as sprightly as it used to be. And I'd say that to me is why I'm training now. Is like I feel better. Like it's a real thing. I used to hear people say that, and I always be like, if I don't train, I feel fine.
Right.
I was just young.
Yeah.
It's not the case anymore. So you've always been like internally driven, like way more so than I am. Like if something, like if I hit a wall, I'm like, I'm just gonna go around this wall. It's never like, let's stick with it. And I know that comes from how you're raised and just your overall psychology, but has there ever been a time where, like, for your training, for fitness and stuff, that you haven't had that drive? And like, if so, what's the thing that like got you to overcome that?
Yeah, when I was pregnant with this last baby, I had no desire to work out. And it was funny because with the other two, like I was very driven to work out, and I felt like guilty for the baby if I didn't work out.
Right.
I thought I was doing it like this disservice, and it's going to come out like not wanting to play sports or something. But
This baby that just lies there.
well, do you see him?
He's great. He's fantastic. We love him.
Yeah, but this last one, I had zero motivation to work out. The only times I worked out wasn't because I was like, oh, I really feel like I should work out right now. It was because I thought that was what I should be doing.
Right.
And then the way I overcame that was when he came out, I was definitely motivated. Towards the last trimester, I started feeling not so great mentally and physically. And I definitely put that down to not working out. So I did start kind of working out, but it was very minimal. It was like very basic movement. And I felt better, and it made me motivated to, once he was born, to get back into working out. But I think that's the only time in my life where haven't felt the need to work out. Yeah. And
was there anything like, so it just switched, like you wanted to go back to working out? There's nothing that you like try to do or try to think about that just got you there?
No, I just started feeling terrible, and I put on a little bit more weight with forks, and I wasn't eating as well as I normally do, and so it's all just compounding, all those things. Because I think when I'm working out more, I want to eat better, which makes me feel better, which makes me better to be around. It's just like that cyclic thing that happens when you're working out.
Right.
Everything falls into place a bit better.
I like it.
We fitness together, we work together, we raise kids together. We basically do everything together. There's never really more than 2 or 3 hours,
right,
in a day that we're not with each other.
That is correct.
How do we deal with that?
I think we sorted out our relationship a while ago, personally, between you and I. Like, we're both really confident with where we stand in the relationship, and we both, like we talked about earlier, unrelated to fitness, like you don't actually need anything from me. Like you would be fine without me. Like you want me there, and I help out with stuff, and life's better with me there. But if worst comes to worst, you would just have it all handled, And like
right. But not emotionally, but
yeah, not emotionally, but but you feel confident with who you are as a person.
Yeah.
Like similarly, like if you weren't there, I would be okay. I mean,
But we say that, but then like if I think about you dying, like I get
just take it dark.
I just get really panicky.
Yeah, of course. But But my more point is like the idea is that the person's definitely there. Life's better with them there,
right,
like all that other stuff. But like we're not. You're not like a piece to my puzzle that if it wasn't there, I would no longer have a full puzzle. I don't know. Like,
really?
How do I say that?
I feel like you're a piece to my puzzle.
Let me try to phrase this in a better way.
So, I mean, we're not needy. We don't like need.
No. Like, the you complete me thing? It's like you're complete. I'm complete. but you're an amazing set of gear that I get to wear on the outside of it that makes my life that much better. Similarly, like, I'm a cool ass hat that you get to wear that makes you even more complete. Like, that outfit looks good, but if you put a hat on it,
you're my accessory.
I'm an accessory.
Okay.
A very important accessory.
I don't know if that works, but
I think you accessorize with love. Well, thank you for answering my question.
You're welcome.
I know we talk a lot, but we don't get into the fitness side of things.
No, we never talk about fitness.
Like, because it was so much a part of our lives for so long, and it was just like, I know her fitness side. I don't have questions for her. Love you.
Love you.
Okay, that's good. Want me to stop it?
Yeah, just hit the red.